fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver. The Lone Ranger.
Not a very pretty sight, is it, Warden?
A gallows never is, Tom.
Funny thing. I just can't believe they're building it for me. I keep wondering why I don't wake up.
I heard from the governor this morning, Tom.
Well?
He doesn't believe there's enough evidence to grant a reprieve.
But I didn't kill those men, Warden, and I didn't take that Army payroll. Warden, I even gave the court the name of the real murderer.
Yes, I know. The Kansas Kid.
I tell you, I saw him do it. I was riding along the bluff. I looked down in the canyon. And there they were, 2 or 3 of them, holding up the stage. I fired, but they were gone before I could get to them. The driver of the stage was dead. I went over to the guard. He whispered something to me. The Kansas Kid, he said. The Kansas Kid. And then he died in my arms. I can see you don't believe me either, Warden, do you?
The sheriff testified that he thought he saw you riding away when he got there.
I was panicky. Do you hang a man because he loses his head?
And they found a shoe near the coach, and it fit your horse. Later, they learned that your gun had been fired. And everybody in town swore you could use the money.
All right, Warden.
And as for the Kansas Kid, he's been blamed for every crime that's happened in the territory. Yet no one knows him or where to find him.
One man does. I heard they captured one of his gang. A fellow named Singer.
Yeah, that's right, in Empire City.
Well, he could lead you to the kid and to the $20,000 payroll.
Maybe, but he refuses. Oh, he's been questioned, but they can't find a thing to link him to the crime.
Questioned? Isn't there somebody, someplace, who's interested in the truth?
That's all any of us are interested in, Tom. The chaplain's downstairs. You want him to come up?
Yes. Yes, I'd like that. Somebody. Someplace.
On the outskirts of Empire City, 2 men who were always interested in the truth had made camp. For weeks, the Lone Ranger and Tonto had been trying to run down the Kansas Kid. In the hope of learning more about the notorious outlaw through the accusations of Tom Scott, the masked man had sent Tonto into town to investigate.
Well, Tonto, what did you learn? Scott have good record, Kemo Sabe. Many people think him tell truth.
Well, if he did, the Kansas Kid must be in this vicinity. We may be closing in on him at last. Did you pick up any other information in town?
Me also hear plenty bad talk. Men make plan to hang outlaw.
You mean the one they're holding in jail, Joe Singer?
No, Kemo Sabe. This outlaw named Slim Roberts. Him captured in Red Rock this morning. Deputy Marshal send word by telegraph. Say him bring Roberts in on eastbound stage. Reach Empire City maybe 2-3 hours.
Slim Roberts, wanted for murder, bank robbery. It's quite a list of crimes, Tonto.
Everyone say jail too good for a man like Roberts.
And yet we've never heard of him. Why? Look here, Tonto. Try to imagine him without the mustache. Now, do you recognize him?
Me not sure. Kemo Sabe, that...
Yes, Tonto, it's Jeff Robertson.
But what Robertson doing in this part of country? You think him mixed up in Tom Scott case?
I don't know, but we have no time to lose. We must see that he doesn't fall into the hands of that mob. Come on.
Ready for your thoughts, Deputy.
I've been studying you, Roberts.
Yeah?
You don't look so tough to me. It's hard to believe you're a mad dog, a vicious slayer.
Now you're quoting the Empire City News.
Oh, you saw a copy of it, huh?
Yeah, that publisher called me some mighty hard names.
You know, some people are even wondering if you might be the Kansas Kid.
Kansas Kid? Me?
Might be a way of finding out.
Yeah? What do you mean?
We captured one of the Kid's gang. He's in the Empire City jail right now. You'll have the cell right next to him.
That's so.
His name's Joe Singer.
Never heard of him.
Sure would be funny if I'd really gotten the drop on a kid. My first assignment. What's that? A masked man and an Indian. Part of your gang, Roberts?
Now, take it easy, son. Keep the driver covered, Tonto. I'll take charge of things inside. You watch it.
So they are pals of yours, Roberts.
I reckon they are. You'll find Slim Roberts has got plenty of friends in this territory.
Step out, both of you. Well, I can't say I was expecting this.
The deputy sent a telegram to Empire City saying he was bringing you in. You were to be welcomed by a lynch mob, Roberts.
A lynch mob?
Oh, I see. Thanks.
Now, deputy, if you have a key to those handcuffs.
Left pocket of his vest. That's better.
Law will catch up to you, mister.
Keep those hands up, young fella.
What do you plan to do with me?
Nothing.
You're making a mistake. You'd better kill me. Because if you don't, I'll get you if it's the last thing I do.
That's your job. Empty his gun, Roberts, and throw it in the stage.
Right.
Is the driver armed?
Him not to carry gun, Kemo Sabe.
Good. You ride with him.
Whatever you say.
All right, deputy, you're free to go.
I'm warning you, mister. I'll shoot you on sight.
Well, Jeff, it's good to see you again.
Thanks for not giving me away back there. Only it's Slim Roberts this time.
We heard. Murderer, bank robber.
I guess my friends in the Empire City News did lay it on a little thick. We never expected a lynch mob to form.
Why a good lawman like you pretend to be outlaw?
Find the Kansas kid, Tonto.
Looks as though the three of us have been working on the same problem, Jeff. What was your plan?
Well, for some time now, the government's been interested in the kid. Technically, we want to stop his raids on government property. But it goes deeper than that.
I think I know what you mean. Tonto and I have seen settlers pull out of the territory because of fear. The West is a new land. Its growth mustn't be retarded by men like the kid.
Exactly.
But nobody know what kid looked like or where him hide out.
Except the members of his own gang.
So that's why you wanted to be put in the Empire City jail, in hopes of contacting the kid through Joe Singer.
That's right. I knew Singer wouldn't tell the law where the kid was, but I thought if another criminal wanted to join his gang...
I see.
Incidentally, you said the three of us were working on the same problem. Is that why you're in this territory, to find the kid?
Partly. Have you ever heard of a youngster named Tom Scott?
Scott? No. Of course, I've been back east for the past year.
Scott's in the territorial prison. He's due to be executed at noon tomorrow. He was found guilty of robbing an army payroll and killing 2 guards.
Sounds bad.
I'm not sure he did it. For one thing, the payroll money has never been recovered. Another thing, Scott's past record isn't that of a murderer. He claims a Kansas kid was behind the robbery, and I believe him.
If we find kid, maybe we find army payroll, too. That proved Tom Scott innocent.
Well, I'm sorry my plan was ruined by that lynch mob.
Perhaps it hasn't been ruined.
Well, what do you mean? I've just escaped from the deputy. I can't walk into the marshal's office and give myself up.
Marshal Dixon has a fine reputation. I believe he'd cooperate with us.
Well, even if he did, you said Scott's execution is set for noon tomorrow. It may take days for me to get the information we need from Singer.
Not if you were able to offer him something that he wanted badly in return.
Offer him something? What could I possibly offer him?
His freedom.
Oh.
Now, this is what I had in mind. After dark, we'll go to the marshal's office. Don't draw, Marshal. I'm a friend.
In that mask, you're no friend of mine.
This mask means the same to me as your badge does to you.
What do you want?
This morning, your deputy lost a prisoner named Slim Roberts.
That's right. To a masked man and a... Wait a minute. Are you the one?
I took Roberts off that stage because there was a lynch mob waiting for him here in Empire City.
I'm not proud of that fact, stranger. But I still don't see why you're telling me this.
You will in a moment. Tonto,
Roberts.
Howdy, Marshal.
But I thought I...
Oh, I don't blame you for being surprised, Marshal. We'd have been here sooner, only we wanted to wait for darkness to set in. No sense in taking a chance on somebody recognizing me.
But am I to understand that you're giving yourself up?
Well, in a way. Maybe this will help explain who I really am.
Jeff Robertson, United States Secret Service.
That's right.
United States... You'll have to give it to me slow, gentlemen. I'm lost already.
So after we sent the deputy on, we decided to go through with the plan anyway. And here we are.
I suppose you three know what you're doing.
Then we may depend on your cooperation.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
You know, Joe Singer's going to be mighty surprised when I lock you up. He heard you'd escaped from my deputy. He thinks you must be quite a fellow.
Well, good. That'll make it easier to talk to him.
Might as well get started. Jumping Jehoshaphat, I just remembered.
What's wrong?
Sandy, my deputy.
Oh, yes, I wanted to apologize to him.
I'm afraid you can't. He turned in his badge and left town. I tried to stop him, but this was his first assignment, and he was cut deep when he lost his prisoner. He's out looking for you and Roberts and the Indian.
Oh, I see.
He has a gun, and he swears he'll bring you three in, dead or alive. Well, let's go.
Take it easy, Marshal. I don't like being pushed around.
Oh, you're lucky to be alive, Roberts. Now get in there.
Roberts.
I told you we'd find him, Singer.
What a broken down rat trap. I've seen gopher holes fixed up better than this.
Well, well, well. So they picked you up after all.
I'm gonna have company on them, huh?
The name's Joe Singer.
What am I supposed to do? Clap my hands and yell goody?
Tough guy, huh? I read about you in the local paper.
Look, Singer, I've had a hard day. I'd like a little sleep now.
You'll need it. From what I hear, the lynch mob will be tearing down the doors when word gets around you checked in. How'd you get caught, anyway?
Blind fool luck. I was waiting in the woods for my pal to get me a horse and a gun, and somebody saw me, got the drop on me, and took me in. I won't be here long. My pal knows where to look for me.
You mean he'd come here after you?
He better had.
Good friend to have.
He'll do.
Roberts,
Yeah?
I just been thinking, this pal of yours seems to know his business.
What about it?
If you could get one man out of here, maybe you could get two.
Not a chance.
Suppose we talk it over.
Nothing to talk about. Now shut up and let me get some rest.
They tell me you're a bank robber. Maybe money would interest you.
You don't have the kind of money I'd consider interesting.
1,000?
Go to sleep.
2,000. 5. $5,000, Roberts.
Where would you get that kind of cash, Singer?
From a friend.
How do I know the friend would be good for it?
He would. Didn't they tell you why I was in here?
I didn't ask.
They're holding me, Roberts, because they think I'm part of the Kansas Kids gang.
Oh, so that's who your friend is, huh?
Him and some of the boys knocked off an Army payroll not long ago. Came out with 20,000 in gold.
Yeah, I heard about that. Didn't somebody named Scott get the blame for it?
Yeah, that's why the kid's laying low. Scott saw the kid's face. The kid don't like that. As soon as Scott's hanged, nobody'll be able to recognize him.
Yeah, but what about me? I thought I was supposed to meet him.
You're different. Get me out of here, and probably the kid will let you and your pal join the gang.
Well, let's not forget about the 5,000, Singer.
You'll get your money out of the payroll job. Is it a deal?
All right. It's a deal.
Now you understand what you're to do, Tonto.
Me understand, Kemo Sabe.
Singer's no fool. He may double-cross us, and he may not. I want you to stay behind us all the time.
Me not lose trail, Kemo Sabe.
Well, Marshal, I think we're ready.
Good.
Roberts. I'm way ahead of you, Singer. This may be it.
I'd advise you not to try and argue with a six-gun, Marshal. You're apt to get the same as your guard.
I know when somebody's got the drop on me, you blasted owl hoot.
Slim,
Over here. I've been waiting for you.
All right, Marshal, open up.
How about me?
Who's that?
Friend of mine. He's going with us.
You're the boss. All right, up here.
Hurry it up. It's almost dawn.
You're crazy if you think you'll get away with this.
Sure. Now get in that cell.
Thanks, friend. How about a gun?
Here, you might as well use the Marshal's. Slim?
Yeah.
The horses are outside. The Marshal won't be using his, so you might as well borrow it.
Where do you think you're going, Injun? I wouldn't try that. Come a little closer.
You not understand.
I understand all I need to. Maybe my luck's beginning to change. I crossed your trail about a mile back. From all the signs, looks like you were following somebody, too.
You listen,
You listen. Drop your gun down behind you and slide off that horse. All right, turn around and put your hands behind you.
You make mistake.
Shut up. You're real talkative, aren't you? Well, maybe we can fix that. We happen to run across that masked friend of yours. I don't want you yelling to him.
This is it.
Looks kind of quiet. I thought you said the kid would be around here.
If he isn't, there'll be a note inside. This is a checkpoint. Kid leaves orders here, picks up money and things like that. Kid, a couple of friends I want you to meet. All right, come on in. All right, up with your hands, my friends.
What's the matter with you, Singer? Where's the kid?
You wanted to meet the kid? That's a laugh. You've been riding with him for 3 hours now.
You?
Me. Funny, huh? Half the territory out looking for the kid and nobody paying any attention to Joe Singer.
Why so secretive? You could have told us before this.
I had my reasons, mister. Maybe it was just habit. Maybe I didn't want to pay $5,000 for a jailbreak, or maybe I don't trust a man who wears a mask all the time.
Why do you tell us this now?
Why not? You won't be telling anybody else. I've been interested in seeing that face of yours all morning, mister. Take off the mask.
And if I refuse?
I'll take it off your dead body. Make up your mind.
I have. Go ahead and shoot.
You asked for it, pal.
You don't think I'd give you a loaded gun? Now get that Army payroll. I've got a date at the territorial prison, and there isn't any time.
Don't move or I'll blast you. Make a laughing stock out of me, huh?
All right, drop your guns. And thanks, buddy, for the assist.
I don't get this.
It's a long story, son.
Territorial prison, eh? Sounds like something to do with Tom Scott. I had a hunch you were a lawman.
Lawman?
It might interest you to know, Sandy, that this gentleman with the gun happens to be the Kansas Kid.
What?
We were just about to bring him in when you interrupted.
Then you are a lawman.
I see no point in denying it now.
None at all, because I'd have to kill you anyway, just like I killed all the rest. The Kansas Kid's going to stay incognito. Now, I asked you once to take that mask off, mister. I asked you very politely. I'm not going to be polite any longer. Well?
Tonto, are you all right?
What about Scott?
I hope there's still time to make it. Sit down. I'll write out a confession.
Why should I?
Don't be foolish. There are 3 of us here that know you're the Kansas Kid. The only possible chance you have for clemency from the law is by helping to save Tom Scott.
You think that would make a difference?
That's a chance you'll have to take. At least you'll have done one good thing in your life. Now hurry up.
With Singer's confession in his belt, the Lone Ranger urged his great horse Silver toward the territorial prison, where Tom Scott was scheduled to be executed at high noon. It was 1 minute to 12 when the sound of hoofbeats reached the men in the prison courtyard. The Lone Ranger had arrived in time. A few days later, with Tom Scott freed and the Kansas Kid behind bars to await trial, a meeting was held in the Empire City office of Marshal Dixon.
I don't think I understand it yet. You mean all this was just a plan to capture the Kansas Kid?
To capture the kid and to save Tom Scott.
And I almost ruined it.
Oh, you were just doing your job, son.
But I might have killed you. I don't think I was cut out to be a deputy.
On the contrary, Sandy, I should think Marshal Dixon would be glad to have a deputy like you. You certainly found the men you were after.
Yeah. He's right, Sandy. Here. Now, I don't want you taking this off again. You're too dangerous without it.
Thanks, Marshal.
As for you, Robertson, and your friends, this territory never going to be able to thank you enough. Now, there's a reward for the capture of the kid, and, where are they going? I wanted to tell them about the reward.
Well, I think the capture of the kid and the saving of the life of an innocent man is reward enough for them, Marshal. The masked man will be back if you ever need him again.
Who is he, Mr. Robertson?
Why, Sandy, haven't you guessed? He's the Lone Ranger.